Well, I'll tell you what, we got a somber story right here. Right here. Check this out. Principal takes own life at Disneyland over reportedly false accusations. School principal takes his own life at Disneyland. Wow. Here we go.
School principal took his own life because of false accusations, as far as we can tell based on the report. Let's put up his picture. This is a very sad story. Okay?
This is the principal.
This was in Anaheim, California. An elementary school
Yeah,
principal
Disneyland is in Anaheim, Orange
to his
County.
death from a 7-story parking garage at Disneyland. Christopher Christensen, a 51-year-old principal and musician from Westminster, jumped to his own death on Saturday night. Now, when I tell you
Huntington
the
Beach
why,
Elementary School principal.
it is going to make you very sad. According to Orange County Superior Court records, the principal was facing misdemeanor charges of child endangerment and violence at the time of his death. On the evening of his passing, Mr. Christensen posted a message to Facebook stating, in part,
It's a lengthy one,
and
too.
I quote, "I hate when people leave this earth with so many unanswered questions. So I hope this provides some insight and perspective." The post mentioned an argument with his wife. I'm going to read the exact quote connected to that part of his proclamation. "Unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, she and I got into a heated argument at home in front of the girls. Tempers were flared and strong words were exchanged between us. However, never in this exchange did I hit, slap, or hurt Marlena in any manner, nor did I ever touch the girls. I never have and never will. I love the girls like my own. They know that, as does everyone who truly knows me. Unfortunately, Marlena's anger got the best of her that night, and she called the police, which landed me in jail that night. Yes, me, a man who has never hit or harmed anyone in his life." Then he talked about the flawed legal system. He wrote that the recent November evening completely unraveled his and his wife's lives. He said he had been placed on administrative leave and was on the brink of losing his job at Newland Elementary, and his case made its way through the legal system, which he described as extremely flawed, especially against men and fathers. He said his wife had no intention of the night escalating the way it did. Regrets making the call to the police. She was also trying to, and this is a quote, "clear my name with little success. So here I am, writing my final Facebook post to all of you. I need you all to know that a gentle, kind, loving, and sincerely good man has been destroyed by one unfortunate night. It really is unfortunate. This is not me. This is not something I ever thought would happen to me." Near the end of the post, he professes his love for being an educator and a musician, that he was going to reach out to those closest to him to tell them how much he loved them. His post ended with these last words: "Take care, everyone. Please be kind to one another. Treat each other with kindness and grace. There is too much anger in the world, and people need to start treating each other better. What I've shared with you above is a prime example of how anger can really have a long-lasting and extremely damaging effect on a person's life."
You know, I understand that, a lot of people sit there and say, sometimes when you say certain words or you get heat stains, sometimes it can have devastating, effect or consequence, or it can have long-lasting effect. However, I truly think that anybody wants to sue somebody over words or thinking they're defamation of character over words, I mean, nothing, inflammatory, no action or nothing, just words. people say they want to file lawsuits, IC3s, or insane. All you're doing is wasting resources, straight up wasting resources. And there are women who collaborate and falsify because a guy might call her a whore and a slut and a couple choice words, maybe call her a bad mother, maybe call her a junkie, or all kinds of stuff. But that has no merit, no bearing at all for a guy to even spend a minute behind bars, or for the cops to arrest a guy because he said a couple choice words. We all say choice words in life. We get in a heated argument with somebody, like our spouse, our family members, our friends, all kinds of stuff like that. Maybe the next door neighbor, sometimes a coworker. Then we think back like, damn, I should have. Even cops out there who say choice words to a civilian or a citizen like that, thinking cooler heads prevail, then thinking, I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. I'm sorry. It's the heat of the moment. It's the heat of the moment. When we're in the heat of the moment of an argument, we're gonna say things, especially when your mind right side. A lot of times, I have my mindset is somebody's gonna attack me. I'm gonna attack you harder. I'm gonna say the most disgusting, foulest, outlandish shit I could ever say to make you spurge and rage it out and lose control. I always think my mind in control. Then I think back. I was like, man, that's not me. That's not how I should do it. I mean, to make someone spurge, to one up on somebody in heated argument, it's not the way to go. Really, it's not.
Let's put up a picture of him having fun. Okay.
There we go, right there.
Mr. Christensen, also known as Mr. C, worked for the Fountain Valley School District for 22 years. According to the LA Times, at least 3 others have actually jumped to their deaths from the 7-story structure at Disneyland. A 61-year-old man in 2010, a 23-year-old man in 2012, and a 40-year-old man in 2016. Listen, I highlight this story because many of us have been there. We don't talk about it. It's taboo to discuss it. If anyone is feeling that kind of stress, you can always dial 988. The Crisis Center provides free, confidential, emotional support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to civilians and veterans. If you need help, dial those 3 numbers. Dial them.
There you go. Yeah.
This was so sad, Ricky. There's some more to this story, but it does look as if there was an allegation that was not true against them. They were working to clear it, and it was not happening fast enough compared to the punishment he was experiencing, not only through the legal system, but also through a job he loved a lot. Very unfortunate. Obviously, sending positive energy and prayers to those who love him, who are friends with him. But we want to make sure we take a moment to highlight the reality that this happens in the culture, but it doesn't have to. There's opportunity to connect with somebody that can probably talk to you for long enough so that your better angels can overcome. Ricky, thoughts on this?
Yeah, so often, 911 is for people that really need the help, and then you have a lot of people that abuse the system, just using 911 because they're angry when they wasn't attacked or anything like that. People work hard to get through college, to educate themselves, to become a profession, been in this profession for a long time, and everybody can't handle walking into the school or walking into a situation being judged by everyone when you work so hard to be the best that you can. And if you don't have a certain level of strength and can handle something like that or whatever, then to some people the option is suicide, and that's really sad and unfortunate. I hate that he took his life. I wish he had dialed 988, which you encourage people to dial if they ever feeling that way. But that's a real sad situation, and we need everyone to save those 911 calls for if there's a real emergency, and don't abuse the court system, because you go in there, everybody hates you. It's a system that you did something wrong or whatever. You're guilty until you prove yourself innocent. And even after you prove yourself innocent, hell, you still got your reputation and just the thought and the aura of that you had a situation that you could have done it. And you still walk around thinking that people think that you did it, and it just does something to you mentally. And I just couldn't imagine how he felt.
And it's unfortunate like that where people make false accusations or claims against people like that just to tarnish or ruin their life because I'm trying to think, I can't think of the word right now, but you get people thinking around, they always go around thinking they're better than you are, it's my way or no way. I mean, that's kind of like, that's things like that. And those people are like nothing but bigotry is as well. With that said, I'm out of here. Mic drop. Peace out.